Thank you for stopping by on another Thrumnose video review, and we're going to be looking at Transformers Energon from 2003, old enough to drink, Perceptor. Anyways, we're going to look at the included catalog real quick, because there's something funny in here. You have advertisement for alternators. Come on, focus. Alternators. You've got Universe, which is weird. You have more of the Armada and Energon characters. Hey, look, a sword. Again, pants and shirt modes, which was a fun line. Some of them suffered. But again, this is what's funny. Building blocks built to rule. Some of these characters are, yeah. You have an included Energon comic. Here's the packaging itself. This is better off as the combiner. And the one that majorly suffers is Highwire. Highwire is awful and fiddly. The side of the package, front of the package, Perceptor. He's from Energon. Yeah, bottom. Grinder used to be a skateboard. Now, he's a little hover vehicle of some kind. Got his little Minicom port there. He's quick and easy to transform. The front, the top. I mean, it's a cute little space flying hover thingy, but overall pretty clean. Kind of cute, but kind of stupid at the same time, which I like. If you take this hinge here, bend it down, rotate the foot, and forward. Bend it down, rotate the foot, and bring it forward. It looks like he's wearing derpy sneakers, straight on. Then you're going to take his arms, unpeg the fingers, and roll it down a little. Unpeg his fingers, roll it down a little. You just, boop, out of the socket. Nothing pegs in. Bring it out, bring it out. There you go. Grindor. Articulation. Feet cannot move anywhere but backward and roll on ball joints. That is it. His arms can move up and down and rotate on a ball joint. That is it. You can splay out his shoulder pads, or you can put his shoulder pads in. That is literally it. Put him on the box. Right up there. Sheer Shock, which is now a four-wheeler. Minicon symbol right there. But he is, what you see is what you get, really. Now, to get him out of the four-wheeler mode, I mean, he does have wheels, he rolls. Four-wheeler mode into robot mode, you're going to push these. They're on a slider right here. Right here is a slider, but as you push it forward, it's just going to sit there. Little tiny piece. If you bring it up, push it past it, then roll it, and roll them forward, like so. You're going to take this assembly right here, bring it forward. There's his hollow midsection. Roll his arms down, roll his arms down. Flip this little tiny silver panel up. Boop. There's his face. Flat wheels for feet. Big, huge, chonky arms. Chubby. Stand. In frame. Now we're going to take this fiddly. He's a fiddly mess. Doesn't clip up here. This back wheel is just free to do whatever it wants. When you try to put it in a position on the table or set it down for a kickstand, yes. Minicon port, which can go there, can be switched over here. That's technically his head. No paint on that visor at all. His head is a blank white slate. Now let's get into robot mode with this thing. We're going to, I believe it's that way. Then we're going to take the legs. And we're going to bring this down out of the way. You're going to take this bit, fold this up on his back, bring these legs up, bring the toes out, separate the legs, roll his arm around. Now they want you to just bring his arm down like that. but he has a shoulder and kind of an elbow here. So it makes more sense to be this is his whole arm, which makes more sense to me. His robot mode head has no paint. It's just washed out in all that white, orange, tippy feet. So he can stand. Kind of. Sort of, but not really. Oh, so he stands. Anywho. Guys are not bad when you just leave them standing there. Let's go bottom to top again. Starting off with Grindor. Grinder, you're going to turn his arms around, stuff him in his pants pocket again, stuff him in his pants pocket. You're going to turn his feet around, flatten them back down as they were in vehicle mode. Then you're just going to bring these out a little bit. And now here's what we're going to do. Split him in half and stick his head straight the hell up like so. Half cock the thingies, ear shock, and we're going to kind of sort of reverse them. Put this back, bring these down, extend the arms. Then you're going to take and disconnect that tiny tab out of here. Let that naturally slide back in and put the wheel off to the back. Take that off, let that slide in, put the wheel off to the back. Basically, in four-wheeler mode. Not hanging down not like this. That does not work. I don't know how, they must have spirit gum or glued things in place because that doesn't transform this way. Now what we're going to do, Grinder, peg this port, the one with a small hole. These two that are in the back side of the wheels, ear shock shoved up there farther. So they sit in the wheel wells up here. So you can slap him in there much cleaner. That makes a cleaner silhouette in the body. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take this mess and you're going to kind of make it look good. You're going to like that. None of this looks good at all. Make it look like that. I like to rotate so kind of looks like that in the back. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this peg or the Minicon port and shove it into the top Minicon connector. Oh, it's not going to go because of the forehead. Remember, this bar piece right here and the forehead need to go the other way. Then you can shove it into that Minicon port on the top. The receiving Minicon port. Kind of sort of fix the shoulder pads. Then take this floating head and kind of sort of maneuver into and over the existing robot head. This is Perceptor in robot mode. You can kind of try to clean things up without moving things. Good God. 2003, all kind of wonky. His upper body's all this janky mess up here. He's been slapdashed together. I want to see them redo this today. Maybe even a bigger scale. But getting into articulation, you have a floating head that can go back and forth and kind of up and down and swirl and not really look good at all. I mean, he can kind of turn his head and kind of look okay in some poses. But when you look straight on it, it's a bit strange because there's no neck at all. It's just floating. You have outward on this ball joint, 360 rotation, in out on the ball joint, like I said. No elbows! It's a slider, bends the wrong way. The fist, not natural. Anyways, so his arms are static. You have nothing at the legs, waist. You have rotation for ankle pivot, so he can get into a dynamic kind of leg spread pose. His legs do that. So he's pretty much just meant to there and look like an idiot. And overall, I despite the way it sounds, I absolutely love this character. But still, this figure is a hot mess, and I like it. Please like, comment, subscribe, like I said before, but any y'all, love your faces. Peace.